Thank you very much for having me here. I'm Carlos Torres, as Nico mentioned, and I'm the pleasure to present the main outcomes of our project, Carbon Farming Med, that is an Interreg Euromed project. So I just want to say that this project is part of a very, very good collaborative effort on a lot of persons are involved, and the partners are very active in this project. So let's move on, and I would like to begin with this question: what is the true potential of Mediterranean agricultural soils to capture carbon and to mitigate the climate change? So the numbers are serious, and they are very solid. Mediterranean soils could capture over 300 million tons of CO2 each year, but we are not using that potential now. Why? Because we are practicing, let's say, unsustainable management and agricultural practices, because maybe they are more related with the green revolution and all these trends that, regarding the past century. But what happens if we improve and we can accelerate this carbon sequestration through different agronomical practices, such as regenerative agriculture? Maybe we can capture around 70 million tons of CO2 each year. And what happened in the Mediterranean, that the agroforestry and agroforestal systems are the majority. So we can reach more than 200 million tons of this CO2 equivalent each year. So I just want to say that carbon farming is not just a climate solution, it's a very real opportunity for our rural sector and for developing a new business model. The next question is, but why carbon farming isn't scaled yet? Well, maybe we can say that we are moving in this pioneer movement regarding the carbon farming method. So carbon farming faces systemic barriers that we need to show that these barriers are illustrated in this slide. In the Mediterranean region, we have degraded soils and biodiversity loss. So this produces a lack of tailored practices, and it conducts to very slow adoption of these, let's say, improved practices. Then the farmers need to support or need support to balance this productivity with this resilience in our ecosystem in the Mediterranean, because they always face this water scarcity and extreme weather conditions. So then we have a week of policy incentives and a fragmented carbon markets that limits the impact of these models. And if we are based or contextualized in the Mediterranean region, maybe we can have some solutions with the CRCF regulation that is promoting the carbon, the European Commission, but we need to do a lot of things to contextualize this ecosystemic service and these models in the Mediterranean context due to the complexity of the pedoclimatic conditions in this region. So for this reason, carbon farming method is aimed to develop this Mediterranean or resilient Mediterranean agricultural system, helping the farmers for implementing implementing carbon farming as a new business model, for getting additional revenues, optimizing these two improved practices, and providing the necessary tools to facilitate the access to these markets. So we focused on that, and we proposed a four-step methodology. At the very beginning, we want to build the foundation. I mean, to create a common framework for carbon farming in the Mediterranean region, contextualizing all the opportunities that we can achieve or not. We are running pilots in different regions from Catalonia and Italy for test and learn what are about our models and the reality in these farms. Then we want to connect and scale these markets, developing tools and networks to grow this regional carbon market. Here we have developed a specific platform for measure these carbon credits or these possibilities. And then we will share and replicate the lessons learned, and we want to inspire new actions across the region in the Mediterranean context. And for this reason, our pilots are trying to transforming and being this point for place innovation. You can see our pilots in Catalonia and in different regions of Italy. And the advantage of that pilots is because we have a very, very good representation of different sectors or into the primary sector, because we have cooperatives with just a few hectares, and we have cooperatives with more than 1,000 of hectares that we can provide solutions for all of them. A simple overview of our project. This project is led by Beta Technological Center from the University of UVic in Catalonia. It was started on January 2024, and it will finish the next June. This is funded by Interreg Euromed program, and it implies the participation of 9 partners, 4 public entities, 3 private ones, and 2 transnational entities, and we have the representation of 6 Euromed countries. So, what are our solutions, and what we want to provide to this public? So, at the beginning, we want to produce a framework of good practices and business opportunities, the carbon credit calculation platform, and a strategy for scaling up and to get this market access for different stakeholders. So let's talk about one by one. So in the very beginning, I have this framework of good practices and all the general framework. So all of these colors represent an activity, and all the activities are associated with a specific review or report developed in a deliverable. So we are developing not just, let's say, a state-of-the-art of the carbon farming in the Mediterranean. We are accounting what will be the possible externalities. We are developing a specific techno-economic model for assess what is the cost of the transition for improving or for improve these agricultural practices. We have the reviews of the different MRV protocols for tracking and monitoring the carbon removals in the Mediterranean context. What are the best suited carbon farming actions, practices, and what are the most effective soil sequestration predictive models in the region. So we are still working on this framework, developing a practical guide on regenerative agricultural practices based on this deliverable. And we are developing a kind of tool with this techno-economical model, introducing in an R script the specific inputs for introduce the carbon farming aspects into these techno-economical models, and we are validating in our pilot platforms. Then I have the kind of a launch, because here you can see a little sample of our platform. That is the carbon farming MED platform. That this platform could be able to develop different modules and to get different results about the carbon removals and carbon sequestration. But let's move on to the video. Oh, okay, yeah. So in this platform, we can see different modules for create a specific carbon farming project. We are developing in terms of Verra carbon standard, because it's one of the most popular at the moment, but we have the capacity to develop any project document or any scheme of certification in our software. You can edit and you can fill in all the different sections and you can work online in the cloud. So this is very useful for, let's say, project developers, and if you have developing joining efforts. So then we have another module that is very interesting, and is the, you can see here, the, farm list. This is a manager of the different plots, and you can see different sections about carbon removals, general balance, and farm results. This video only contains the carbon removals section, that is the tool that we are using for assessing the carbon sequestration and conducting assessment of soil organic carbon removals based on a specific model developed by the Mediterranean condition, that is a Road Sea model, but for these Mediterranean conditions, and it was developed by our colleagues from CREA in Italy. So here we can manage different, the different inputs that the model needs, like the climate data and all the carbon inputs in terms of, let's say, a baseline scenario that we can develop using a business as usual scenario, I mean, without practices, and modeling what will be happen if we are modifying the practices in terms of cover crops and all the inputs in terms of fertilizers and soil organic carbon inputs, I mean, amendments or composting. Okay, so then we have a specific part that it functions for calibrate the model. Here we have, let's say, a general calculation with the API values from the FAO database values, but in the carbon calibration, we can insert directly our results from the sampling dates or our data, and then we can compare between the baseline A scenario and the project as well, and how we can increase the soil organic carbon stocks and different visualizations. This is the preliminary view of our platform. I would like to invite you to see the launch in our final conference in Barcelona next May, but wait for this information. So I just want to move to the next point, that is the scaling strategy and market access. So in this way, we are working in preparing and developing a catalog of carbon farming projects in the region. Then we are developing a scale-up strategy to maximize the impact of our results, and creating this meeting point for sellers and buyers in the Mediterranean region. I'm very happy because we are seeking some marketplace that we can integrate in the platform, and here we are, the INO for C5 project, that is another European project that they are developing this marketplace, and we can complete this merging with the project, introducing the marketplace in our platform. And as well, we are developing a market analysis and commercial interest validation of the platform for the different stakeholders that maybe could be interested in our platform. In terms of policy and advocacy, our partners from Europe, that they have vast expertise on the policy, has issued several policy briefs, and we are preparing another extra policy brief regarding this framework. But the policy briefs are focused on biodiversity and let's say an initial approach to monitor, to develop an MRB designated for the agroforestry practices. We are engaging with public administrations, facilitating the direct dialogue with some administrations, for example, Catalonia, Italy, and Sarajevo in Bosnia. And we are organizing high-level multi-stakeholder roundtables. And The message that I want to put in the table is that we want to advocate for fair, science-based carbon market suited to the Mediterranean conditions, because I think the Mediterranean has this complexity that not other regions or other regions can be very different in terms of these specificities. One of the final slides is the communication, dissemination, and mainstreaming. We have our website and social media that you can consult. We are working in scientific publications as well. Our colleagues from Bosnia, they are developing a specific module for training on regenerative agriculture and carbon farming as a business model for putting this academy. We have the newsletter, and we are working on developing workshops more related to the different regions that we are participating. And for sure, carbon farming is active, and it has active participating in key events like the Carbon Farming Summits, some territorial congresses, and doing activities with another European projects like this. So I just want to invite you that you can discover our work and explore our impact in the web page, or if you want to go to our social media. And another important thing is that we have our community in Zenodo, where you can find all the deliverables that we have produced yet. So there are a lot of deliverables there, and you can dive and you can surf in these different documents. So last but not least, I want to invite you to save this date, because we will have the final conference in Barcelona from 27th to 29th of May. When we present the main outcomes, we want to develop a high dialogue event with the European authorities and regional as well. It will be the launch of the official launch of our platform. That you can see that it's more, let's say, dynamic and more visual, like this beta sample. And we will develop different roundtables on carbon farming and regenerative agriculture as well. So I just want to give the thanks to the organizers for having me here, and thanks for all my colleagues, because this is a collective effort in the project. So thank you so much.